ប្រាំនៅប្តីជ័យវរមិនសាត់ថ្លៃពីបុរាណល្បីល្បាញក្លាហានអង្គសម័យប្រាសាទសេឡូកំបាំងកនដើរព្រៃគួរឲ្យសម័យនឹកដល់យល់សាំងមហានគរជាតិខ្មែរដូចថ្មគង់វង្សនៅល្អរឹងពឹងជុំយើងសំខំពពំព្រៃសំណាងរបស់កម្ពុជាមហារដ្ឋកើតមានទ្រង់គេបំណងគ្រប់វត្តអារាមលើតែសូរសាធរថ្លែងគុណអំណរដល់ក្រុមប្រឹក្សាជួយផុតទុំភ័យវីរភាពអង្ចារួមក្រុមការងារខេមរាប្រស្រីប្រយុទ្ធជោគជ័យយកបានអំណាចជាតិនឹងទាំងដីមានសិទ្ធិសេរីរស់សុខសាន្តអើយ
នាងខ្ញុំប្រកាសណាសូមក្រាបថ្វាយបង្គំព្រះថេរានុថេរៈគ្រប់ព្រះអង្គជាទីសក្ការៈសូមគោរពជម្រាបសួរឯកឧត្តមប្រធានសាស្ត្រាចារ្យបណ្ឌិតដាមឆរិយជាអគ្គមេបញ្ជាការដ៏ខ្ពង់ខ្ពស់ជាទីបំផុតសូមគោរពដោយក្តីនឹករលឹកចាសូមជម្រាបសួរបងប្អូនទាំងអស់ដែលនៅក្នុងនិងក្រៅប្រទេសសូមគោរពជម្រាបសួរបងប្អូនជាទីគោរពចាថ្ងៃនេះជាលើកទី4ហើយដែលក្រុមស្ត្រីយើងខ្ញុំទស្សនៈស្ត្រីខ្មែរយើងខ្ញុំបានត្រឡប់មកជួបបងប្អូនម្ដងទៀតក្រុមទស្សនៈស្ត្រីខ្មែរនៃឧត្តមក្រុមប្រឹក្សាខ្មែរជួយខ្មែររំដោះជាតិជាថ្នាលបណ្ដុះប្រពូជកូនអ្នកស្រីខ្មែរបានត្រឡប់មកជួបបងប្អូននៅម្ដងទៀតជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសនៅក្នុងនេះយើងមានក្មួយស្រីឆាវីជាអ្នកសម្រុះសម្រួលហើយក៏ដើម្បីកុំឲ្យខាត់ពេលយូរខ្ញុំសូមប្រកល់នីតិនេះជូនទៅក្មួយស្រីឆាវីចាអរគុណក្មួយសូមជើញចា
សូមអរគុណអ្នកមីងណារី Good evening and welcome back to Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue Khmer Lady Viewpoint Show. And now I would like to introduce our panelists this evening. Right now we have Mrs. China Set, Ms. Golianu, and of course, Minari Soon. And my name is Chowi Pai. I am your host tonight. This is our fourth show, and we would not be able to have much success without your loyal support. And our topic tonight is the clear and present danger of the current evil regime, risk of annihilating of Khmer homeland, Khmer land. Before we begin our program, Ongalayat, I understand you have a sad news to share with all of us tonight.
Yes, thank you, Bon Chavi, and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Last month on March the 4th, we profoundly saddened at the passing of a great diplomat and a true friend of the Cambodian people, General Secretary Javier Perez de Cuellar. General Secretary Javier Perez de Cuellar played a crucial role in bringing a hard-fought process for the Cambodia-Paris Peace Accord in 1991. The Cambodian people around the globe are greatly in debt for his 12 years of persistence to see peace in Cambodia. His energy and lifelong dedication for peace and improve the lives and livelihoods of the Cambodian people will continue to inspire young generations around the world. May His Excellency Javier Perez de Cuellar rest in peace. Thank you, Bong Chavi.
That is a very nice, On Kalayan. We indeed lost a true friend of Cambodia. Now let's get to our program. Lady, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing well, thank you,
Great,
Mom.
thank you.
Except
That's
the pandemic.
Welcome back, ladies. Before we jump into our regular program, I want to share and remind all Khmer around the world about our mission and our purpose of being here tonight again. We, the Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue, especially Khmer Lady Viewpoint team, is a very structured group of ladies. Our mission is to bring a quality information to our audience every month. Our information apparatus is a very solid. We have compiled information by thousands and thousands of man-hours and millions of pages of information, our data bank. Not to mention our not to mention the Council of 8 international attorneys as our resources for all our legal and international affairs. Our elders and Mr. Oksor have a combined over 500 years of life experience to bring the truth about Khmer history. We are going to do this only one way. The only one way is the right way, no BS. I, for myself, will not stand still to see my country is being slowly annihilated by the Vietnamese with the help of no good king and evil men on side.
You know what, yes, Bong, this is very sad. Our Khmer land used to be 1.1 million square kilometer, and now only just 181,035 square kilometer left. So I'm sure this is very painful to you ladies and all Khmer around the world. We are going to be annihilated, and it's not too far from happening, because the latest data that we have here, the number has changed. And this is the facts. And what I'm saying is, in 1954, the Geneva Conference recognized that Khmer land was 181,035 square kilometers. And in the 1993, the 5 superpower, the US, the UK, France, Russia, and China, along with the other 13 nations, acknowledged that Khmer land was 181,035 square kilometers when the world came together to execute the historical 1991 Cambodia-Paris Peace Agreement. And now, this is what made me so mad, ladies. The Australia Ministry of Foreign Affairs listed that our Khmer land only covered 176,520 square kilometers right now per their official public records. Which means that we lost another 4,515 square kilometers of Khmer land to Vietnam. Now, this is the result of treason act by the current regime. And King Sckhk signed the 2 supplement treaties in 2005 and 2019 to reinforce the 4 treaties that Hun Sen and Heng Samrin signed from 1979 to 1991. Now, this is grossly a total act of treason that we shall not let those traitors get away, Bong. So my fellow Khmer around the world, we must stand up now and take our Khmer land back.
Yes, On Galayan, we must stand up now. We have a lot to do, so let's come back to our program. In the last few weeks, the world was hit with a very dangerous coronavirus, and it has crippled the world.
Bong, personally, I think that the coronavirus chart in Cambodia is inaccurate. The country doesn't have the proper instruments to evaluate patient stat to get consistent analysis. For instance, early this morning, I went into Google and found the latest status on coronavirus pandemic in Cambodia. As of today, at least 122 confirmed cases, and then 117 recover, and no death. And nobody's affected. There's no one died in Cambodia. I strongly do not believe this is an accurate number. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I agree.
I disagree with the number. You know, the number is not accurate. You know, we all know
I
that.
disagree too. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and
Yeah,
as for
you
me,
know, Hun Sen is a diabolical leader in this 21st century. You believe that, right? His action towards our own people is blatant, blunt, flat out evil. And this is my personal feeling towards him during this pandemic epidemic.
yeah, and I agree with you on that one, Gina. You know, as for me, I would love to know what happened to the 23 Cambodian students that were in Wuhan during the pandemic first broke loose. And as I remember reading the article on February the 17th, I think that was the last talk about those 23 students. And you know, they all wanted to come home, but this evil leader Hun Sen told them to stay there to show support to the Chinese Communist Party. You know, as a mother, you know, I just want to know if they're still alive, are they still there, are they sick, are they home with the family? You know, that's my biggest question right now.
You know, and this, the prime minister, this evil regime behaves so stupid, risking the whole country possible from being wiped out this deadly virus. This is stupid or what?
Bong Chavi, yeah, when I heard that this idiot thug prime minister behaved so erratically, and he did not accept the fact that the infected Chinese people will bring the deadliest virus to Cambodia, and our people might face the possibility of annihilation, Bong, I was boiled. I swear, I was yelling at the top of my lung when I heard him scolding people for wearing masks and worrying about the coronavirus. How's that? How stupid is that?
Yeah, you know what, and China, you know what I read back on January the 28th. There were about, let me give you the exact number. There were about 3,078 Chinese tourists arrived in Kampong Town from Wuhan City after this pandemic was already in full swing on.
Right.
Yeah, and a few weeks ago, this evil man banned 150 Khmer from returning back home from Malaysia. But he lets all the Chinese tourists in every single day. How's that?
Yes, you know what? This idiot, no good leader has no heart for Khmer people. He was worried about keeping himself in power more than anything else. But Chinese government has not been truthful about the whole coronavirus. They let their people die like animals, which we all witnessed on social media. My memory still serves me fresh. This Chinese Communist Party and the government responsible for 3 million deaths, and now they want to finish Khmer off with this coronavirus.
Yes, Bong, I was very young when all the atrocity happened. Our family lost a lot of family members, and now they want to kill us with the virus. Come on, we must stand up against this evil empire. We could not allow this evil empire to annihilate us at all costs. The evil empire, the Chinese Communist government, was aiding the butcher Pol Pot regime with 5,000 of technical advisor, while millions of people died in famine and disease. This evil Chinese Communist government was not just a member of the United Nations. They were and still a member of a permanent members. No doubt that this evil empire is much guilty as Pol Pot and should be brought to justice for the crime against humanity by allowing the atrocity to take place while they were profiting from it, Bong.
You know what, as to on China, therefore I am so dedicated to bringing this communist regime to an end soon. So, okay, now let's get back to our main topic tonight, ladies.
Sure.
Last month we discussed how the world come together to initiate the 1991 Cambodian Paris Peace Agreement plan. Tonight we will share the world of how two evil men, the late King Sihanouk and Hun Sen, manipulated us and the world in order to stay in power and suck Khmer people blood for their family wealth. On Kalayan, I would like to start off with you again. Please share with us what happened after the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement executed. I am going to start with you, first question with you. And then on China, you can switch off, taking turn to share this question. So tonight here are possible question. I have 5 questions, I wrote it down here. I'm going to read it slowly. The first one, what is the result of election? Number 2, was there any protest of the election result? Number 3, if any protest of election result, how did it handle or outcome of it? The last one, number 5, is very important. What happened in the last 27 years? Did the king and the Sihanouk, Hun Sen, protect the 1991 Cambodian Paris Peace Agreement? Let's keep it simple to our, our audience to follow. On Kalayan, please tell us about the 1993 election, please.
Sure, Bong, thank you. Unfortunately, I was not in Cambodia during the election time, but my husband was there. And as I remember, he was telling me that on the first day of the election, it was raining all day, which was on May the 23rd, 1993. But it did not stop the people from coming out to cast their votes. The 1993 election was the very, very first democratic election ever in the history of Cambodia, following the killing field. Now, I want to say the exact number because to me, it was an amazing turnout ever. I'm going to share the number with you. There were 4,764,430 registered voters, and there were 4,134,631 registered voters that cast their vote, and which was about almost 87% turnout, Long. But these two evil men, Sihanouk and Hun Sen, killed the 4 million Khmer hope for democracy.
Yes.
Yes, lady. That's why that day is so proud day of Khmer, with all about 90% of people go to vote. And by that day, I'm over there, it's raining all day. But this is the first time for Khmer people go to vote. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, you know what, that was almost 90% of registered voter turnout. Wow, that's so amazing. The United States as the oldest democratic country in the world, and only 55% of the registered voter turned out for the year 2016 presidential election. Ontina, can you share with us what happened on the election days?
Absolutely, Mong Chavi. I will do my best to share the historic elections day. It was a 6 days election process from May 23rd to May 28th in 1993. On the first election day, it was very frightening and a moving day due to the Khmer Rouge factions that refused to participate in the elections with their propaganda that the UNTAC says and states of Cambodia. And it was then Hun Sen's group as the Vietnamese puppet and a traitor to the nation. They played the message on their radio program by threatening everybody with death if they voted. Wrong. This propaganda did not deter people from going to the voting booths. The voting lines were long and they were standing in the rain. Yes, 90% of the registered voter cast their votes. It was amazing turnout, Bong, that day.
You know, on according to my note here, the first day of election on May the 23rd, 1993, it was something like 2.1 million people cast their votes. That was like 50% of the vote on the first day. You see, therefore, every time when I hear or see this action treason, it makes me so angry. This devil, evil Hun Sen, I should call evil man Hun Sen, must go and soon. On Kalayan, can you share with us on the result?
Sure, Bong. The ballot counting is a very slow process because it was a manual counting of the actual ballots. The Voting Commission took 2 weeks to count all the ballots. Now, before I start to get to the protest result, let me give you some background with the timeline so it make it easier for everyone to follow. One, on April 17, 1975, the Khmer Rouge toppled, backed the government, and took control. Excuse me, the Khmer Rouge toppled U.S.-backed government and took control of the country and renamed it to the Democratic Cambodia. And two, on January the 7th, 1979, Vietnamese invaded Cambodia and take control of the capital, Phnom Penh, and Khmer Rouge flee to Thailand. And number three, in 1985, Hun Sen became the prime minister, which backed by the Vietnamese Communist government. And number four, October the 23rd, 1991, that's when the Cambodia-Paris Peace Agreement was signed. And of course, the first democratic election was on May 23rd to May 28, 1993. And the result were, Conservative Party, Prince Ranariddh was declared as the winner of the election with 46.47% of the vote, and they got 58 seats. Cambodian People's Party, which is CPP, had 38.22% of the vote, and they got 51 seats. And the third one was the Buddhist Liberal Democratic Party with 3.81% of the vote, and they got 10 seats. And the last one was the Molinika Party with 1.4 of the vote, and they got 1 seat, Bong.
Wow. Were there any protests from the result?
Yes, there were. And on May 31st, 1993, the Cambodian People's Party, CPP, filed a complaint with Akashi over the irregular voting in the elections. When Akashi dismissed CPP's complaint, Hun Sen and GSM suggested to Sihanouk to assume full executive powers as the head of state of Cambodia. And on June 3rd, 1993, Sihanouk accepted the initiative and issued a declaration that he would assume the position as the head of state of Cambodia, with the ministry would be divided between Conservative Party and CPP Party on a 50-50 basis, Bong.
You know what, since this was still under junta mandate, how did the world react?
Well, it was a kind of very strange arrangement, and it seemed that it was prearranged all along. Now, Prince Sihanouk, older son, Ranariddh, the Conservative president, as well as several countries, including the United States, the UK, Australia, and China, opposed the initiative. Now, the US charged that Prince Sihanouk initiative would violate the spirit of the election as well as the term that was set in the 1991 Cambodia-Paris Peace Accord. So the following day, Prince Sihanouk abandoned the initiative to assume a full executive powers, Mom.
Just like that, how did he abandon the plan? Prince Sihanouk must have other plan under his sleeve.
Well, Bong, it was kind of fishy. And you know what? Hun Sen avoided supporting the secession attempt publicly, but he accused the United Nations of creating the electoral fraud to participate CPP defeat in the election. Then they even arranged to have Sihanouk's younger son, Norodom Chakrapong. Then he was the deputy prime minister, and Sen Song. Then he was the Minister of Interior and National Security. Both men were Hun Sen's people to attack. the political offices belonging to the Phuntsapek and the Buddhist Liberal Democratic Party in the provinces. And they also issue an order for UNTA official to leave the provinces under their control. So on June 14, 1993, an emergency National Assembly meeting initiated on where Sihanouk was reinstated as the head of state, with Ranariddh and Hun Sen appointed as co-prime ministers with equal level of executive powers. Hun Sen issued a letter to Akashi to declare his support for continued UNTA interim administration. Norodom Chakrapong and Sen Song dropped the secessionist threat. So for the next 3 months, Sihanouk presided as the head of the interim administration, and he resigned on September 21st, 1993 to reassume the office of the King of Cambodia 2 days later on September 23rd, 1993. So Bong, this was a game plan that was set by Prince Sihanouk all along. You know, he got both of his sons to play his game, one on each side of the party, Norodom Ranariddh on Phuntsapek side, and his younger son, Norodom Chakrapong, on CPP side. So this was clearly a total violation of the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement. And of course, obviously, it sets a stage to all Khmer to spin into another miserable civil conflicts all till today. You know, and due to the very bad foundation that was created by the wicked King Sihanouk. And you know what? They continue to play the fake election game every 5 years. And the last one was a major joke, six-term election in 2018. And the whole world condemned the result, Bong.
What do you mean, Uncle Yan? The game plan set by the Hun Sen for year 2018 fake election. Can you please elaborate, if you can, please?
Sure, Bong. It was very obvious, Bong. Let me explain the 2018 fake election first. This evil Hun Sen learned well from King Sihanouk. On September 3rd, 2017, Hun Sen arrested Sckhk, the president of CNRP, the opposition party, and Hun Sen regime dissolved the party on dissolved the CNRP's party on November 16, 2017. They also banned 118 of the senior officials from politics for 5 years. CNRP party lost 55 seats in the assembly, 489 commute chief, and 5,007 commute council seats of the 5th term. And now guess what? On the 6th term election, the Cambodian People's Party, CPP, engineered to win 100% election with 125 seats. And you know what? Nobody in this whole planet ever seen one government won 100% of the election. So what do you think? Fake, illegal, or both?
Both, of course.
And now let me get back to Sihanouk game plan. Everybody knew it was all along that Prince Sihanouk planned it and created the renegade faction. He created chaos, which gives himself the opportunity to take control of the formulation of the new government. Here are the simple reason. In the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement did not stipulate that the new government will be monarchy. One of the renegade members was Prince Sihanouk's son, Prince Norodom Chakrapong, Deputy Prime Minister of Hun Sen's government, protested the election results. 3, the winning party was Phuntsapek, Prince Ranariddh party, Sihanouk's oldest son. 4, Sihanouk was the president of the Supreme National Council, SNC, but without any future in the government if the new government going to be formed as a republic government. So Sihanouk, you know what, Sihanouk always wanted to be recrowned again as king. And of course, this was the work of Sihanouk because he wants to be king again.
So how did they resolve the stand of threat of the autonomy zone? Tina, do you know?
Yeah, Mong Chavi, Sihanouk pull another rabbit out of the hat again. But first, Sihanouk asked UNTAC to leave Cambodia before they could finish their jobs. From reading all the history, Sihanouk was very manipulative person. Cambodia was never his priority. Himself come first, as we always know. Again, he structured a deal with Hun Sen. He threw his own son under the bus by structuring a dual prime minister structure. First prime minister and second prime minister, by allowing Hun Sen to share power with the new government as the second prime minister. Prince Sihanouk would be able to restore the monarchy with the continuation from March 18th, 1970. And he himself to become king again with Monique as his queen. And from there on, Hun Sen got King Sihanouk under his control and his son, the current king. As we all have witnessed on many occasions of major national issues, such as the political stalemate with the opposition party and the border supplement agreement in 2005, and of course in 2019. Mong Chavi.
You know what? This sounds like Hun Sen got the upper hand out of his arrangement. How long did the honeymoon last? On Kalayan, can you share with us on this?
Well, but the honeymoon did not last that too long with that arrangement. First, let me give you some background. King Sihanouk got the country into Vietnam's war in the 60s and in the 70s. He helped Khmer Rouge get into power that killed 3 million people. And then he slowly dismantled the peace agreement, which he kicked the UNTAC out of Cambodia before they could complete their job. So, which to me, he violated the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement by modifying the result of the election with district out of the rabbit's hat, which was the dual premiership, of course, Ranariddh and Hun Sen. This kind of maneuver gave Hun Sen the sense that Sihanouk was more interested in himself than the country and the Khmer people well-being. So by July 1997, the honeymoon ended with Hun Sen launch a coup d'etat on the dual premiership premiership partner.
Yeah, you know what? This evil, devil man Hun Sen is actually very jungle smart.
Oh, well, it doesn't take much to outsmart a womanizer person like Ranariddh. Ranariddh's weakest point were women and corruption, and that was the downfall of him. And with his recent automobile accident, that puts him into a permanent a wheelchair permanently. And you know, he's no longer has any political credibility with his political party, especially when he ran off with one of his minister's wives to Malaysia.
Now I would like to know what happened in the last 23 years after the coup d'etat in 1997. Did Hun Sen do anything to protect the peace agreement? Tina, could you share with us Hun Sen's political doctrine?
Yes, Bong Chavi, of course. First of all, I call Hun Sen a thug for a reason, Bong. Hun Sen doctrine is nothing but out to destroy crime, as evidence display all over the social media.
Tina, can you share with us how Hun Sen destroyed his opponent?
Yes, Bong. Like we have mentioned in our previous Lady Viewpoint show, he killed all his opponents to please his puppet master, which is Hanoi. First, March 30th, 1997, he got one of his cronies, the Brigade 70, according to Phnom Penh Post, dated September 22nd, 2010. This one gave Sam Rainsy the political capital to bargain with Hun Sen's later. He ran Prince Ranariddh out of power with coup d'etat in July 1997. And then Hun Sen killed all his critics like Dr. Kam Lay, Chi Vichie, and Chutwati.
Tina, the grenade attack on March the 30th, 1997 was during the peaceful protest march in the front of the parliament. Am I right?
Yes, Bong Chavi, it was during the protest march in front of the parliament building. According to the intelligence report and by the FBI, the Brigade 70 supposedly responsible for the attack. The peaceful march on March 30th, 1997, at least 16 people were killed, when 4 grenades were tossed into a rally in central Phnom Penh, led by Sam Rainsy, then head of the opposition Khmer National Party. More than 150 people were wounded in the attack, including the American name Ron Abney, the country director of the International Republican Institute, which prompted an FBI investigation. However, the US ambassador at that time, Kenneth Quinn, ordered the lead investigator to get out of Cambodia due to his safety, and the investigation was never completed. Many witnesses told investigators from the FBI and United Nations that Hun Sen's bodyguard allowed the assailants to pass into a compound containing houses of high ranking, which is CPP officials, while blocking and gunpoint crowd members who were pursuing the grenade throwers. Later, the US government directly implicated a Cambodian official in the attack.
On China, I heard some people that they know about the grenade attack were laughing about the attack. They said it was a kind of false flag for Sam Rainsy to gain his fame.
In the beginning, Mong, it does not seem to be anything but a purely an assassinate attempt on Sam Rainsy's leg. But after seeing Sam Rainsy's behavior, it was more and more like staged to promote Sam Rainsy as the legitimate opposition player against Hun Sen. Let's ask ourselves this question. If you want someone dead, what are the first effective way to kill that person? You want to poison them? You want to give them out of accident, or even, shoot them with a sniper? What do you think? So if you really want that person dead, why not toss the grenade directly onto that person's, right? So in that case, that even awarded the person who oversaw the Brigade 70 that day.
Who was that person, Ochina?
His name was Hui Pisep Bong. At that time, he was the commander of the Brigade 70, and then got promoted to the Undersecretary of State in the Ministry of Interior.
Sound like it was an arrangement to promote Sam Rainsy popularity indeed.
Yep.
A sniper shot would be a choice of assassination if killing Sam Rainsy was their real plan. But that was not their real plan to kill Sam Rainsy. They want to have a real opposition and destroy rather than from equation Khmer politics. That is why Hun Sen never be able to arrest Sam Rainsy. Sam Rainsy was always like a boy being arrested. The arrest warrant issues before he arrived, or he left the country. After he left the country, yes.
Yeah, well, I agree. This is purely a game plan that is very deep. This is a plan we all know that was orchestrated by the palace. The Queen Mother is the mastermind, Monique Easy. The Vietnamese mission is to swallow our Khmer land. So they made us fight among each other to divert attention from the dirty tricks with internal civil conflicts, Wong.
Please be more specific on Galayan.
Well, they never took their eyes off their target, Wong. And you know what is the target? Their target is Khmer land.
Exactly.
Oh, when Hun Sen gained more power, the Vietnamese can get Hun Sen to reinforce the 4 illegal treaties. Now, Hun Sen reinforced with force to reinforce the 4 illegal treaties that were executed with the Vietnamese Communist government in 1979, 1982, 1983, 1985, and with additional 2 supplement agreements in 2005 and 2019. And as a matter of fact, it's also against the 1956 Vienna-Austria Convention Agreement.
Again, the 1956 Vienna-Austrian Convention Agreement. How did Hun Sen be able to sign all this supplement agreement year 2005 and year 2019? But before we talk about this supplement agreement, can one of you lady reiterate the detail of the 4 illegal agreement to refresh our audience? On China?
Yeah, okay, Bong, I will be delighted to have the honor, Bong Chavi, to reiterate the 4 illegal treaties and let Bong Kalian share the reason of how did Hun Sen able to sign the supplement agreements in 2005 and 2019. In 1979 treaty, the right to peace Friendship and Cooperation signed by Pam Van Duong and Heng Samrin, February 18, 1979. This treaty was executed a few weeks right after they invaded Cambodia. The agreement designed to keep Cambodia under Vietnam control. And then 1982 treaty, the Maritime Treaty, Historical Water Treaty, signed by Nguyen Co Thach and Hun Sen, which is in July the 7th, 1982. Cambodia lost ownership of two island Bong, Koh Tral and Koh Kachek. Yeah, I can never pronounce that. And then lost 30,000 square kilometer of ocean area to Vietnam. And then 10,000 square kilometer was put into a commercial joint venture consortium with Vietnam as a controlling partner. This partnership only benefits the Vietnamese, and soon or later, Vietnam will claim it theirs 100%, as we know. This led to another 1997 treaty with Vietnam and Thai just to keep Thailand quiet. This is another loss of 30,000 square kilometers of ocean area to Thailand, which is about 2/3 of 95,000 square kilometer of the ocean area. And then 1983 treaty on the boundary conditions, boundaries and agreement on principles for boundary settlement, signed by Nguyen Co Thach and Hun Sen again, which is on July the 20th, 1983. This treaty also included the rights for Vietnamese to migrate to live in Cambodia with full residential rights. And then, of course, last but not least, 1985 treaty, the Convention on the Limitations of the Mainland Border was signed by Nguyen Co Thach and Hun Sen, which is December the 27th, 1985. And the 200-kilometer demarcation of the Cambodian and Vietnamese border from 1986 to 1988. This treaty was to supersede the international treaty that was executed in Geneva, which is in July of 1954 on border of marking. This border agreement gave Vietnamese a lot of power to do whatever they want in rewriting the border demarcation law.
You know what? This is clearly an act of treason by Hun Sen and Heng Samrin. These two must face our new republic people court when we have the control of the government. On Kalayan, let's hear the reason why Hun Sen be able to execute the two supplement agreement.
Yes, Bon Chavi, the process of revising the constitution is against the principle of the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement began in 2008 when Sam Raisy's party agreed to change the constitution from 2/3 to 50% plus 1 to give power to Hun Sen.
How did it happen? Who initiated the engagement, Sam Raisy or Hun Sen?
Well, ladies, let me reiterate on this game plan between Hun Sen and Sam Rainsy, which they have been playing for the last 20 years plus. These two men need each other to play the game that was designed by the Vietnamese and the evil King Sihanouk. Now, Hun Sen needs an opposition party to make his government legitimate. And Sam Rainsy needs Hun Sen to milk money for him if he's not able to become the prime minister. So the king, of course, compromised with both men just to keep his throne, his crown for himself and hand it down to his son. And as a result, Khmer paid price for all the bad and stupid decisions that these three men made. And for Sihanouk, he must be accountable for the loss of the 21 provinces with 2 islands to Vietnam in 1949 and the loss of the 3 million lives during the 3 years, 8 months, and 20 days regime, which is Pol Pot regime, from April 17, 1975 to January 7, 1979. Mom.
Very interesting. Please continue on.
Well, you know what? To me, this whole game plan was designed by the Queen Monique. You know what? She is the Vietnamese operative that planned it by Ho Chi Minh about 70 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, China, you have any comment?
Yeah, Bong, this is right. Bong, the evil queen mother Monique has no common blood at all. She was half Vietnamese, half Italian, French, and she was born in Ho Chi Minh City. Ladies, what I'm saying is that is the fact her birth name is Paul Monique Easy. This could be easily verified by article with the title Cambodge du Silence, published by the collection Troisième Guerre Mondiale and written by Mr. Samperset, Mr. Pierre Max, and Mr. Vincent Mansour Montel. She is the mastermind of the whole ordeal in the last 60 plus years, even since becoming the number 6 wife of King Sihanouk Bong.
Wow.
Yeah, this is right, lady. You are right. That it's Monique is not Khmer at all. And Kon Khmer know it. She is Vietnamese. Yun.
Yes, indeed, she is evil. But let's focus on who initiated the dialogue that led to modification of the Constitution from the 2/3 to 50% plus one. On Kalyan, can you give some of the detail? Who played the revising of the Constitution?
So well, I'm going to try my best because it's a little bit confusing due to the matter is a bit complicated. But I will keep it to the point, you know, so everyone will understand. Let me give you a little background to understand the landscape of how they all play this game. When all this happened, Sam Rainsy was self-exiled in France and looking for a way to return to Cambodia to participate in the next election again. So in 2005, Sam Rainsy brought a complaint against Prime Minister Hun Sen in the US court in New York, accusing him of involvement in the 1997 grenade attack on the opposition rally that left 16 people dead and more than 150 people injured. Now, this lawsuit does complicate the issue with Hun Sen due to the jurisdiction of the lawsuit and involving one American citizen that was injured. And the FBI was investigating the grenade attack. So Sam Rainsy initiated an apologies letter and requesting to return to return with the royal pardon for all the charges against him and release all the other political prisoners. And in return, Sam Rainsy will drop the US lawsuit and help the parliament to become more functional by revising the constitution to 50% plus one from 2/3 votes.
You know what? This is clearly a violation of 1991 Cambodia Peace Agreement. You know, page in 93 and next 5 principle of the new constitution of Cambodia that require the 2/3 majority member of the constituent assembly vote. Yes.
Yeah, well, this could mean the Constitution is not compliant with the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement since 2008.
You know what? But it was not. We all know that the 1991 Cambodian Peace Agreement designed to give us the maximum protection. You know what? These 3 guys, Hun Sen, Sam Rainsy, and the King Sihanouk, destroyed it.
Yeah, Bong, from knowing that Sam Rainsy did collude with Hun Sen for his benefit, these 2 guys are the traitors of Khmer people, Bong.
Yeah. Yes, lady. I agree. They are a traitor. They must be stopped and leave from my land, Cambodia.
I'm with you, Natmin.
And ladies, the work must start from us here.
Absolutely.
We, the Supreme Council of Khmer Health for Rescue, especially as ladies here, will not tolerate dirty tricks that have been going on for the last 70 years long. And you know, if the Supreme Council of Khmer Health for Rescue is not here today, definitely we will not have any hope on this.
Yeah, these 2 evil men. It's not do this alone without help from Monique. She is not my queen. I will not accept her as my queen at all. She is evil person. You know that.
Oh, China, what did the Ming trying to say here? Can you tell me?
Well, Bong Chavi, she's trying to tell you that the writing is on the walls. We have too many blind minds people. In other words, these people are very naive. Let me ask you this question. Who is Sam Rainsy's wife? Sam Rainsy's wife is Nyuk Chulong Samora, daughter of late Nyuk Chulong. Samora's father was the late King Sihanouk's right-hand man till his death in 1996. His mother-in-law was the go between his wife and the Queen Mother. Samora calls the Queen Mother by Mamong Bong in English. It means mom. So these are the facts. It is so obvious, not too hard to understand at all. Who do you think behind all these problems with Khmers are going through now? So this is just a game they all playing for their benefits, Bong Chavi.
Yeah, on China, I totally agree with you. The palace played both sides, of course, for her benefit. Queen Monique alerts Sam Rainsy if any potential arrest to get him out of the country to avoid the arrest.
Yes, that was the reason. That's why Sam Rainsy never get arrested, because Sam Rainsy have Monique behind. She always give all the information to Sam Rainsy to run before happen.
Yes. You know what? Sam Rainsy may be able to run from Hun Sen, but he will not be able to run from the Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue, especially from His Excellency. And His Excellency always said, you can run, but you cannot hide. Exactly.
Yes, you know what? This is a true statement. It is not just to say it, to air it out. His Excellency, Dr. Professor Ray Chatham, as being the senior member of the Bank for International Settlement organization, he also holds the Federal Reserve Level 5 license, which has the high level access to all the illegal monetary movement, and he is able to take control or any legal action against the perpetrators. So it is very definite that none of the traitors of the Khmer people could hide.
The Republic People Court will bring them to justice for their crime against humanity. China, please share with us your perception of how justice will be done.
Okay, Bong Chavi, the new form of government is the Republic government, which governs by the people and for the people. Our justice system will be impartial. The due court process proceeding will be applied to all Khmer citizens regardless of their religion and class. The traitors of the nations will be prosecuted to the extent of the law for our new Republic Constitution. Anyone or national or nations that committed the atrocity against the humanity will face justice for sure, Bong.
And China, you are correct on the Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue, Council of 8 international attorneys, is working with the signatory countries that sponsored the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement to revisit the agreement and to bring charges against Hun Sen and his regime in the International Criminal Court for the crime against humanity.
That is such wonderful news on Galian. I know that will happen because you know what, our Khmer people have been suffering for so long.
And you know what, earlier this month on March the 2nd, this evil man Hun Sen threatened to arrest anyone that reporting coronavirus outbreak on Facebook, and he would charge them as terrorists. That's really ridiculous.
This is clearly a crime against humanity for sure. As stated, the Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue will apply the law to full extent of the law to bring this evil man face of justice.
Bong, this evil man is a thug. I told you that over and over again. He used jungle law that he acquired during his thug year in the jungle with Khmer Rouge.
Tina, can you name a few crimes that he committed since 1975?
Yeah, Bong, I would be glad to name 10 major crimes that this thug Hun Sen committed since 1975. This traitor murdered Khmer people in the 10th of thousand and gave land to foreigners illegally, okay? Crime against humanity by murdering Khmer people direct or indirectly. Corruption. He sold government properties to foreigners illegally. Human right violation, okay? Hun Sen allowed his family to commit the crime and destroy government properties until now. Coup d'etat in 1997 and murdered the opposition party in the thousand. He violated the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement by not removing the weapon from his army during the UNTAC year. 7, a traitor against the Cambodian constitution, the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement by allowing the foreigners to have military presence on Cambodia soil, okay? Failed to protect Cambodian against the virus COVID-19, money laundering at the international level, and then criminal dictator leader, on, yada, yada, yada. There's a lot of stuff that we cannot name. So this is the 10 that I can bring out.
Thank you so much. You know, crime against humanity, yes, this man must brought to justice. Please allow me to echo again, our Council of 8 international attorneys is ready to file a complaint with the International Criminal Justice Court. We have so much solid evidence to slam down all lawsuit against all the traitors and corrupted officials for their crime, and of course again the Vietnamese government on Khmer ground. Please be advised that all our court procedural and legal process will be done according to the International Court Justice standard.
You know, Bong, this evil man Hun Sen must be brought to justice, no doubt about it. During the coup d'etat in 1997 against Prince Ranariddh, Hun Sen was very brutal. And there were reports that Hun Sen ordered his people to slaughter Prince Ranariddh people very brutally. Now, more than 100 people from the opposition members, CNRP, were captured and tortured. Now, this is the way they tortured them is very gruesome. And, you know, to me, I mean, I only seen it on movies. We go to the movie, we like, you know, spy movie. But this happened, and it was real. What they did to, what Hun Sen people did to the opposition members was just very gruesome. They captured them, and then they cut off their tongues with a plier and gouge out their eyeballs, Wong.
Oh my God, you know, every time when I heard this, my brain is numb. I am so sad by it, like Cambodians kill each other. I just don't get it on China. I don't know what to say.
You know, Bong, I'm with you. I'm speechless. This is something that I could never fathom in a million years. This happened to our people in our country, and it hurts my heart. That's all I can say.
Did anyone ever try to bring a criminal lawsuit against Hun Sen for this crime, this kind of crime on China?
Well, Bong, I do not think so. But I am damn sure that when the Khmer Republic government take control, a criminal lawsuit will be filed for sure against the thug people. According to the report stated in Los Angeles Times on July 16, 1997, 4 Ranariddh generals got their eyeball gouged out and left out on the road to die, which was cited by the United Nations worker. All the victims were killed execution style, their hands tied behind their back with bullets to their heads. The United Nations worker also confirmed that there were at least 40 extrajudicial killings. That was very brutal to the core. This was done by designing my fellow Khmer citizen around the world. I call this Khmer kill Khmer, the Vietnamese doctrines to annihilate Khmer Bong.
Or did Hun Sen ever admit or taking responsibility of any of these killings?
Bong, yes and no. Hun Sen said something in relating to coup d'etat, and I could not believe it. I was reading the LA Times. Hun Sen expressed his regret for killing Ho Sckhk, a security official from Ranariddh Royalist Pacific Party, which the current government admitted to the executions by the loyal force to Hun Sen's Cambodian People's Party.
You know what, ladies, I just don't understand why we are killing each other. It just make it easier for the foreigner to swallow our Khmer land. Now the communist, extremist, Maoists, Pol Pot butchered 3 million people, and that should be enough. You know, I am so sick to hear all this stupidity that's being done by the Khmer leader, such as Pol Pot, Sihanouk, Hun Sen, and now Sam Rainsy seem to be accommodating the ideology of Ho Chi Minh with the deception of his display of patriotism.
Yes, lady, and our Kon Khmer, it's so bad memory. I am so painful. Yes, all these leaders have no love to Khmer at all, except they kill Khmer. You know, they kill Khmer all the time, except they never give anything. They never give anything to Khmer except they kill Khmer. They try to kick Khmer out. They try to rob the land, everything. Yeah.
Thank you, Nami Nari.
That mean I totally agree with you. This Thug Hun Sen kills Kun Khmer every day, indirectly and directly. Now he's killing Kun Khmer with the coronavirus by refusing to accept that the possibility of the pandemic is happening. This is epidemic or pandemic, a very clear presence and dangers to our people. Instead of participating Khmer against the virus, he threatened to jail anyone that speak up and about the coronavirus.
This cold-blooded evil Hun Sen is clearly a present of dangerous men to our people. I am so glad that we, the Supreme Council of Khmer Helpline for Rescue, has a master plan with 5 principles. Number 1, Golka. Principle, projective, and goal. Number 2, Panaka, planning. Number 3, directions. Number 4, Komrongka, project and master plan. And last one, number 5, Kanchak financial to correct this 100-year plus nightmare. Nami Nari, are you excited?
Oh yeah, Khmer Chavi. I so excited. This master plan is very solid.
Thank you.
You know, Bong, and that means before I joined the Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue, I have no hope. After Sam Rainsy flip-flop and knowing of his deceptions, now my hope is very high, especially with the last 2 messages from His Excellency, which were read by Dr. Sotaput on March the 6th and 7th of 2020.
China, you know, you are correct on the messages from His Excellency has no doubt was very, very powerful. His Excellency let it all known that we, the new Republic government, will not honor any illegal treaties that against the principle of the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement, and the new government will not honor all the foreign loans that made between the illegal governments since 1993. So I encourage every Khmer around the world to tune to the Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue Facebook to listen to Mr. Ok Sorapet. The last 2 messages, delivering His Excellency messages, like On China said, it was on March the 6th and March the 7th, this year, 2020.
Oh dear, our time has come to the end so quickly this evening. So I would like to close this evening with everyone closing statement. Let's begin at Minari first, and then on China, the second, and on, of course, on Kalayan. Please, Minari, you have any comment, please?
Yes, it is very clear that King Sihanouk only interested his power, but not Kon Khmer benefit at all. Thank you.
Oh, China, thank you.
Bong, and that mean, as always, and as the youngest member of the Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue, Lady Viewpoint, I am extremely proud of our mission and very grateful to be part of our of Cambodian history. As Sckhk, I will help to bring the end of pain and suffering of my fellow Khmer sisters and brothers. And last but not least, I would like to encourage everyone to please stay home with this coronavirus pandemic. This is not other. This is not a safe place at this time than being at home with your loved one. Please be sure to adhere to messages from medical professionals and experts. This pandemic is real. I would like to recapture the following rules and safety by expertise. When you are returning home from groceries and household shopping is dire. That you take your clothes off by putting it in your washing machine. Be sure to take a shower immediately. The minute of time wasted of your lollygagging will give a significant amount of time for the virus to transfer. So this is to prevent transferring the deadly virus to all your loved ones in your home. Again, I am begging everyone to be vigilant of your surroundings at all times. For all due respect, all lives do matter, whether you are white, Black, Asian, or other ethnic groups. Thank you for the opportunity to recapture Bong Bong.
Thank you, Onchina. You know what, that is a very value information. Thank you so much. Now, Onasray Kalayan, please.
Yes, thank you, Bong, and thank you so much, Sheena, for sharing this valuable information. Please follow the guideline. As we all seen in the last few weeks, we all witnessed a reckless, irresponsible government that led by the dictator Hun Sen and expose our nation to the deadliest virus in the modern time. And as we all know that Vietnam wants to wipe us out so they can take over our Khmer land. So this no good leader is blindly making sure that his puppet master plan accomplished their mission to wipe us out from our Khmer land. With this, I am very determined to help end this evil regime. Ladies, we covered so much information in the last 60 minutes. And if you don't mind, I would like to recap on what we have covered.
Please do on.
Yes, thank you, Bong. One, the 1991 Cambodia Paris Peace Agreement should supersede or void all the 4 illegal agreements between Hun Sen and the thief Vietnamese Communist government. And as the result of the 4 illegal treaties, we lost billions or maybe trillions of dollars of possible potential revenue from the oil and gas deposit underneath the ocean floor that covered 70,000 square kilometers, which was stolen by the Vietnamese and the Thai. 2, the whole ordeal that happened after the election of 1993 was all masterminded by the king and his wife, Monique Easy. This no-good king was the main reason that our people, Kon Khmer, are still suffering till today, till now. So I would like to tell all Kon Khmer out there that hopes are coming. The Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue will bring the real democracy that was promised in the 1991 Paris Peace Accord. Why? Because our desire are real. Our hearts are with all Kon Khmer. We will have a proper health system. We will have a real school system. We will have a real court system. The new Republic government is for the people and by the people. And thank you, Bong Chavi, and back to you.
Thank you so much, On Kalayan. Yes, this no good King Sihanouk got the opportunity to make things good, but he messed it up again and again. From his mistake, Kon Khmer cry ever since. But I have a great belief that the happy day are coming soon. We all, the Khmer Empire, will not easily to get rid of. Thank you, ladies. It was a very pleasant evening, as always, to have you all here tonight. And before we close out this wonderful evening, I would like to acknowledge Look Chamtil Savanho and Mr. Okso Rapay for their guidance and support of our Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue Lady Viewpoint show as always, and to His Excellency Professor Dr. Richard Dam. We are the Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue Khmer Lady Viewpoint wish to thank you, Your Excellency, from the bottom of our heart for giving us the opportunity to be part of the history. And on behalf of the Supreme Council, Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue, we would like to take a moment to express our sincere and appreciation to all of frontline for risking their life to combat this pandemic to save our life. Our heart is going out to all of you. Until we meet again next month, if you find this show and information share of value, please follow Politics and Supreme Council of Khmer Help Khmer for Rescue. Thank you everyone and good night.
នេតិរបស់ទស្សនៈស្ត្រីខ្មែរនៃឧត្តមក្រុមប្រឹក្សាខ្មែរជឿខ្មែររំដោះជាតិយើងខ្ញុំបានមកដល់ទីបញ្ចប់ហើយតែមុននឹងបញ្ចប់នាងខ្ញុំនិងក្រុមការងារក៏សូមខន្តីអភ័យទោសដល់សំណាក់បងប្អូនទាំងអស់និងអស់លោកដែលបានទេសនាក្រុមទស្សនៈស្ត្រីខ្មែរយើងខ្ញុំបើមានការខុសឆ្គងដោយអចេតនាដោយប្រការណាមួយហើយក្រុមស្ត្រីយើងខ្ញុំក៏សូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណដល់បងប្អូនកូនក្មួយទាំងអស់យ៉ាងជ្រាលជ្រៅជាទីបំផុតជាពិសេសអស់លោកអ្នកស្នេហាជាតិទាំងអស់ទាំងនៅក្នុងនិងក្រៅប្រទេសដែលបានជួយគាំទ្រយើងខ្ញុំចា៎យើងខ្ញុំជាក្រុមទស្សនៈស្ត្រីខ្មែរនៃឧត្តមក្រុមប្រឹក្សាខ្មែរជួយខ្មែររំដោះជាតិទោះបីជាមានការមមាញឹកប្រចាំថ្ងៃសម្រាប់គ្រួសារយ៉ាងណាក៏ដោយក៏ក្រុមស្ត្រីយើងខ្ញុំតែងតែឆ្លៀតឱកាសជួបជុំគ្នាដើម្បីស្រាវជ្រាវនៅប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រពិតរបស់ខ្មែរយកមកចែកជូនបងប្អូនកូនខ្មែរបកប្រែជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសដើម្បីឲ្យបងប្អូនកូនខ្មែរទាំងអស់ដែលលោកពុំសូវចេះភាសាខ្មែរហើយនិយមប្រើប្រាស់ជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសជាញឹកញាប់ដូច្នោះនេះគឺជាបំណងដ៏ល្អរបស់បងប្អូនទាំងអស់ហើយចាអរគុណចាជម្រាបលា
ជំរាបលាចា
ខ្មែរត្រូវលើកស្ទួយ